Hello there. This is Comedy Cabaret's second interview with Jennifer McAuliffe
Hello.
here at Full of Beans.
Well, I got into comedy because I was always funny,
Okay.
and then I was nervous about having to do my. I used to work at a hospital. My boss would always be asking me to do last minute public speaking, which was like awful. And so I wanted to take some kind of course, and then Amber Harper Young, who is a BC comedian, who I was friends with, sent me like a free Facebook invite to an improv class. I thought, well, that might be kind of the same thing, like loosening you up on stage. And I hated it. It's just it's just horrendous. It was so embarrassing. And like you had to go up without any kind of like idea of what you're doing, and you had to be like, hey, we're on the moon. It was just so awful. So awful. And then when that finished, it was like an 8-week class or something. But it was free, so it was nice of them to put it on. When that finished, I thought, like, why don't I just do stand-up? I've always liked stand-up, I've always watched stand-up. Why don't I do a stand-up class? So I did a stand-up class with Dawn Whitwell, who runs Comedy Girl in Toronto. It's like a women's comedy class. It's fantastic. And I did that, and I just haven't looked back since.
Oh, wow. Cool. So take me through like a day of Jennifer's kind of comedic schedule. Like, what do you do?
Excellent. Okay, so what I do is I get up, hopefully at 10, but usually closer to noon. I make a poached egg with spinach and 2 lattes. Very important.
Okay.
Very important. But I usually do some writing. I look at my notes from the day before because I go out pretty much every night. And I try to book shows. And I do like probably close to 40 shows a month on the average month.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Do the kind of thing like where you have a script, or you kind of just wing it and like have a concept and then just try it out for a couple nights, or?
Well, yeah. There's I try a couple things. I do like mind mapping, which is where you get a blank piece of paper and you circle a word, which could be anything. So like I'm working on a joke on singularity, so I'll circle the word singularity and then I'll write all the things I know about singularity, and then each of those little bubbles, I'll make little bubbles around them about what those remind me of, where that takes me. So I'll have a mind map about every subject of every joke I do. And that's pen and paper. That's like you let your mind go. And then when you're trying to organize it, what I do is I put each sentence in its own little box on Excel, and then I can like rearrange the order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by topic. So I have like, I don't type everything. I should. I've been trying to like get back to that, but I don't. But anyway, I have like over 2,000 entries of like jokes or like topics that I want to joke about. And a lot of it's very similar. So, I mean, half of it's probably about dating, you know?
Yeah.
So then you can just take everything that's to do with dating, you categorize it, everything to do with dating, you pull it all together, put that on a separate sheet, and then figure out what jokes you want to tell. Or what jokes you haven't told in a while that you think maybe have legs or whatever. And then also when I'm on stage, I record it on my iPhone or with my camera so that I can see what little nuances I did that maybe were better or worse. And then also if I added a line without realizing it, if that worked, then try to keep it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Then, because you say you go to usually multiple shows a night,
Yeah.
do you use the same routine, or do you vary it up, or?
Like, I feel I use the same routine, but
Okay.
then, so every night I come with like a cue card of the jokes that I want to tell on stage.
For each venue, or like?
Yeah, for each venue.
Okay.
And then I usually end up telling maybe 3/4 of the things I wanted to tell because I'll get sidetracked or whatever. And
How long have you been doing comedy for?
I think I just finished my 3rd year.
Oh, okay.
I think I started December 2010.
So in that time, what have you learned that you didn't know back in 2010?
that I'm so devoted to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before, I think even from first time I did stand up, I don't think I've gone more than a week while I'm in Toronto without doing a set. And usually, even if I'm going to visit somebody or if I'm away for whatever reason, I try to do a set wherever I go.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, now my work ethic's just like through the roof.
That's
Like I'm
good.
just really trying very hard.
Wow, that's good.
Motivation isn't that hard if you make things automatic. Like if you go out every night, then you're not wondering, should I go out tonight? Should go out every night.
Oh,
You know, if you write every day, then you're not sitting around waiting for inspiration. You just write every day. You know, I don't have to worry about what I eat for breakfast. I know what I'm gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wonder how many lattes I'm gonna have. I know how many lattes. You know.
Okay, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
probably helps putting it into a system then.
Yeah.
And then just get your body into it,
Yeah.
and it just becomes routine.
Yeah.
All right, that
I
makes
think
sense.
building a routine is really the most helpful thing for me.
What advice would you give to a comedian just starting out?
I would say write as much as you can,
Okay.
because when you first start, you can write anything because you don't have a voice yet.
Mm-hmm.
So you can write about spaceships, you can write about relationships, you can write about race relations, you can write about America, you can write about anything. Once you get a voice, then you're going to be much more limited, you know?
All right.
But I would say write as much as you can. I mean, your first year of writing, it's not going to be great, but you just got to get that muscle really strong. And then do all the shows you're invited to. You're not too good for anything, and you're not too bad for anything. If you're invited to it, do it.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much.
This is great. This is Jennifer McAuliffe. We're here at Full of Beans, doing an interview for the Comedy Cabaret, and our next show is January 27th.